understand why we're wasting taxpayer dollars. Next time, tell your big boy to show up and be ready to handle the woman in the room who hopefully will become the next president of the United States.
Recently, on a political talk show, a tense exchange unfolded between Barron Trump, the 19-year-old son of former President Donald Trump, and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Barron, making a rare public appearance, spoke about the progress the country had made under his father's leadership, focusing on the economy and the opportunities available to young people. He painted a picture of a thriving America, crediting his father's administration for economic growth, job creation, and the resurgence of optimism among the youth. His message emphasized the future of the country, urging a focus on the next generation. However, Jasmine Crockett, known for her directness and fierce advocacy for marginalized communities, found herself at odds with Barron's idealistic view. While Barron praised his father's economic policies, Jasmine immediately noticed that his speech overlooked the struggles of many Americans, particularly seniors who had worked their entire lives to build the country. She saw Barron's focus on youth as narrow, ignoring the reality that older generations were facing rising healthcare costs, social insecurity, and economic hardship.
He knew the youth vote. You know, we won the youth vote by 36 points. And he respects them all. He understood them very well. And he said, Dad, you got to go out, do Joe Rogan, do all these guys. And we did.
As Barron continued to outline his vision for America, Jasmine's frustration grew. She recognized that true progress couldn't just be measured by economic statistics or the success of the young. It needed to include the elderly, working-class families, and those who had already sacrificed for the country's prosperity. When it was her turn to respond, Jasmine didn't hesitate. She spoke up for seniors, pointing out that they were being left behind in the conversation about America's future. Barron's optimistic rhetoric about jobs and growth, she argued, ignored the harsh realities faced by the elderly, who were dealing with inflation, rising prescription costs, and insufficient Social Security benefits. Jasmine's words were sharp and personal, calling out the discrepancy between Barron's privileged perspective and the lived experiences of those who had been forgotten. Her passionate defense of seniors resonated deeply, challenging Barron's narrative of progress.
He's the hottest one out there. I gave him...
It's very nice to see you. It's very nice.
I gave him a shout out last night. The place went crazy. Thank you very much. So Leah, it's going good. So we're going to have a little fun tonight. I hear we're doing well. I mean, I see.
Barron, uncomfortable with the confrontation, tried to brush her concerns aside, but Jasmine pressed on, reminding him that true progress wasn't just about the success of the young or wealthy, but about ensuring that everyone, especially those who built the country, had a fair chance at a decent life. The debate took an even more dramatic turn when Barron, in a rare moment of frustration, told Jasmine to shut your mouth. His outburst shocked the studio, revealing a deep frustration as he dismissed the struggles of seniors. Jasmine, undeterred, fired back, challenging his sense of entitlement and reminding him that her fight was for the people who had been ignored for too long. She made it clear that she was there not to attack Barron personally, but to advocate for those who had been left out of the political discourse.
People truly believed your words, but your actions are not matching up, because I've got the receipts showing that they are not matching up.
Barron attempted to deflect by accusing critics of his father's policies of not wanting America to succeed. Jasmine responded with unwavering conviction, asserting that her goal was indeed to see America succeed, just not at the expense of those who were being forgotten. She reminded him that her role as a member of Congress was to ensure the country succeeded for everyone, not just the privileged few. Barron, unable to properly respond to the weight of her words, attempted to leave the debate, but Jasmine's message remained clear.
The reality is that what they are claiming what they want to do versus what they're actually doing, the actions don't match up. And since we're talking about integrity, I'm confused as to why my Republican colleagues aren't talking about the lack of integrity when it comes to the president's families.
In a final, explosive moment, Jasmine dropped a bombshell. She called Barron out for being part of a family that had caused division in the country, labeling him a product of his family's mistakes. Barron, rattled by the personal attack, stormed off the set, leaving the studio in stunned silence. Jasmine remained calm, using the moment to address the audience and reiterate her point that progress should include everyone, not just the young or the wealthy. She spoke for seniors and families who had been struggling for years, making it clear that a future that didn't take care of all generations was no future at all.
We need to be talking about is how we are going to legislate, because I think that some of my colleagues have confused what our jobs are, and I get that we're sitting in judiciary. And so it may seem as if we are here to be litigators, but we are here to be legislators.
Jasmine's confrontation with Barron Trump became a symbol of the larger political divide in America. Barron's optimistic vision for the future, focused on youth and economic growth, contrasted sharply with Jasmine's call for inclusivity, fairness, and empathy. She challenged the notion that success and progress were only measured by economic growth and opportunity for the young, emphasizing that true progress meant caring for the vulnerable, including seniors. The exchange left viewers with a powerful question. What kind of future does America want? One that prioritizes the success of the few, or one that ensures progress for all? The clash wasn't just about policy. It was about human empathy, about remembering the sacrifices of those who had already given so much for the country's success. Jasmine made it clear that true progress meant ensuring that no one was left behind, and it was a challenge that would continue to resonate as the political debate unfolded. Barron's departure from the debate highlighted his discomfort with confronting uncomfortable truths, while Jasmine's resolve demonstrated the kind of leadership that is willing to speak for those who have been overlooked for too long. The conversation wasn't just political, it was deeply personal and served as a reminder that the future of America should be shaped by a collective effort that includes all voices, from the young to the elderly, from the wealthy to the working class. Jasmine Crockett's words marked a turning point, forcing everyone in the room and the viewers at home to reconsider what it truly means to create a better, more inclusive future for all. This exchange underscored the stark difference between the two perspectives. Barron's focus on the future through the lens of youth and prosperity for the young contrasted with Jasmine's insistence on inclusivity and compassion. Her words were a direct challenge to the conventional political rhetoric that often ignores the struggles of the most vulnerable members of society. She wasn't simply trying to win a debate. She was reminding the audience of the importance of looking at progress through a broader, more inclusive lens. The emotional weight of the conversation lingers, pushing viewers to reflect on how America can truly move forward in a way that lifts up all generations, not just the ones who are best positioned to succeed. The debate is far from over. The real question remains, how can we ensure that everyone, young and old, benefits from the progress we claim to be making as a nation? Jasmine's ability to remain poised under pressure while defending the voiceless exemplified the leadership America needs. In a time of great division, it was a powerful reminder that political change requires more than just promises. It requires a commitment to the lives of every citizen, especially those who've been marginalized.